This evening, City Hall mulls over the future of its contract with Smart City Solutions, Ministry of Public Health to mark Vaccination Week. The debate surrounding the State Assets Recovery Bill 2017 begins. Ministry of Education, Department of Culture, Youth and Sport celebrates Easter. In the region, in Trinidad and Tobago, Tobago Hotel Association observes a significant drop in visitors from Trinidad. And internationally, America drops the so-called mother of all bombs on ISIS militants in Afghanistan.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel, as well as our website, safetvguyana.com. Join us. The Ministry of Education, Department of Culture, Youth and Sport commemorated the Christian holiday of Easter in true Guyanese fashion. Guest reporter Valen Holland has more.
On Friday, the Ministry of Education, Department of Culture, Youth and Sports celebrated Easter. The occasion was marked with music.
He didn't just carry the cross, he carried me.
Dance and a sermon. Pastor Terence Eziboom spoke to the audience about the significance of Easter. More specifically, what Jesus' resurrection means for the world.
Easter says, if you look beyond the tomb, if you look towards the horizon, life can come. And so you may be here today as wherever institution you represent. But I want to remind you that this is a season of hope. It doesn't matter what your challenges are. You may be married and the marriage look dead. You can trust God for resurrection.
The audience was also presented with an address from Minister within the Ministry of Education, Minister Nicolette Henry. Minister Henry took this time to explain the cultural aspects of Easter in Guyana.
Children look forward to the colorful merriment of egg decorating and hunting. We bake hot cross buns. On Easter Monday, the sky will come alive with color and even sounds as decorated kites of all sizes, shapes, and styles compete for our attention.
For Guyanese of all religions, Easter Monday is seen as a day of kite flying. So, what Easter celebration would be complete without a kite flying competition? Members of the audience had less than 3 minutes to build and fly a kite, and the winner was sent home with a gift basket. This is Valen Holland reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Valen. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Basil Williams commences the debate on the State Assets Recovery Bill 2017. This bill seeks to establish a State Assets Recovery Agency, or SARA, in an effort to stamp out corruption. Andrew Weeks is following the debate in Parliament and filed this report.
Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General Basil Williams told the House that the level of corruption that had taken place under the former administration was beyond words.
To say, Mr. Speaker, corruption was rampant under the past administration is an understatement. Our commitment to the Guyanese people is to remove the perception and incidence of corruption in all aspects of public life. And I think I should be carefully listened to. I should be carefully listened to. One way of combating corruption is through the implementation of a legal mechanism to recover stolen state assets. This is a deterrent to corruption and is recognized by the United Nations Convention.
Williams said SARU bill will send a strong message that corruption will not be tolerated under the coalition government.
It was under the watch of the People's Progressive Party Civic that the word scam came to prominence. Under the provision, under the previous government, there were several instances of mismanagement, Mr. Speaker, and misuse of government's resources. These included, but sadly are not limited to, the fuel scam, ghost names and ghost companies drawing fuel from Guyana, stone scam, poor quality stones were used for construction by a Trinidad construction company, gold scam, export of dolphins through investigation into the purported irregularities in the wildlife would reveal involvement of high-level government officials. A high-level government official exported a shipment of 11 bottlenose dolphins to Mexico. Missing law book scam, where the former Attorney General used government bought Commonwealth law reports for his own personal use.
Meanwhile, opposition MP Priya Manichan, in her response to Bassey Williams, said the SARA bill is worthy of being thrown out into the trash, given its worrying provisions. She also accused Minister Kemraj Ramjatan of having a Swiss bank account. The Speaker asked her to withdraw the statement.
Please withdraw it. I remember Miss Manichan.
Yes, sir.
Unless you can substantiate what you are saying, please withdraw and let us proceed.
I am grateful for your guidance, sir, and I'm happy that Mr. Ramstan is on record saying does not have a Swiss bank.
I remember, are you withdrawing?
I withdraw it, but I wish to say this, Mr. Speaker, that had the government members of this House not voted against the motion to disclose their assets, then we won't be in this conundrum. We won't be in this conundrum. Sir, a government that is interested, a government that is sincere in fighting and dealing with corruption.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon, in his presentation, told the House that the legal framework will be established to stamp out corruption with the passage of this bill.
Mr. Speaker, first of all, this bill contributes to the establishment of a legal framework to give effect to commitments made to the people of Guyana by the APNU AFC administration, by President David Granger, to stamp out corruption and to restore the principles of good government, accountability, and transparency in public life in this country. We must work together to ensure that corrupt officials do not retain the illicit proceeds of their corruption. There is no gentle way to say it. When kleptocrats loot their nation's treasuries, steal natural resources, and embezzle development aid, they condemn their nation's children to starvation and disease. In the face of this manifest injustice, asset recovery is a global imperative.
There are 18 speakers lined up to speak on the bill, which is expected to pass around 10 p.m. in the House.
Thanks, Andrew. Don't go away. Coming up on Headline News after the break, Ministry of Public Health to celebrate Vaccination Week, and City Hall further debates the future of parking meters in Georgetown.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Fabulous Styles, it's your time to shine for the best in plus and regular sizes for both male and female for any occasion. From elegant designers dresses to stylish costume jewelry, your choice is Fabulous Styles. Come check us out on Durban Street, 3 doors from First Assembly Church, or call us on 225-8932 or 623-7895. Fabulous Styles, a time to shine.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town, served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
Look no further for the latest Easter weekend outfits. Come to Colors on Robb Street and check out our new arrivals. Just arrived is a fresh variety of Puma sneakers, Jordan Retros, Adidas Superstar, Nike Huaraches, Lacoste, and a large collection of Timberlands for kids, ladies, and gents. Colors now have in stock Nike slippers with sizes up to size 18. Get the latest in ladies' clothing, including jeans, tops, dresses, and Ocean Pacific footwear. So hurry now to Colors for the latest arrivals and Easter specials on selected items.
It's the Easter season and Benjamin's Bakery has lots to give you, our loyal customers. Benjamin, this Ash Thursday, give you fresh cross buns hot from our ovens just in time for the Easter holiday. Savor the moment. Not only our cross buns will be ready, but your bread and all your favorite pastries too. So remember, get your hot cross buns from Benjamin's Bakery in Buxton on the east coast of Demerara. Check out our vendors located across the region. You can't miss us. Our logo and freshness from our bakery says it all. Make your cross buns order today. Call us on 612-2033, 625-4030. It's Benjamin's Bakery. We are second to none.
Bartica Regatta Committee welcomes you from April 15th to the 17th for Regatta 2017. Come see Christopher Martin and D Major at the big Saturday night concert. Sunday, 8 of Bartica's Best. Fight for the Miss Bartica Regatta 2017 crown. Monday, Powerboat Racing Finals. Pomeroon invades Bartica, led by father-son speedster Neil and Clint Gonzalez. Challenges Bartica's reigning champ Dave Scott and Jose Jordan. The 2017 Easter Regatta Festival, April 15th to the 17th. Sponsored by the Guyana Tourism Authority, Bank Salt Service Station, Ansimacall, RY Resort El Dorado Trading, and BK International.
Yes, let's get it on. Total U Plus is introducing the bridal collection. We sell bridal gowns with over 150 styles to choose from, including bridal gowns for Muslim brides. We also sell bride and bridesmaid gloves, tiaras, petals, flower girl baskets, bridal pins, just married signs for vehicles, guest books and pens, aisle runners, veils, table placement holders, garters. Yes, the complete collection. Come see our bridal display in store. Total U Plus Bridal Collection, Froggity's Mall, booth number 16. Let's get it on.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
On Wednesday, the first round of parking meter consultations with counselors began. Georgetown Mayor Patricia Chase Green said the day ended with them agreeing that there is a need for parking meters under the current concessioner. However, a team will be put together to discuss the changes needed to the bylaws. Andrew Weeks reports.
We found the consensus among the councillors yesterday that there is the need for parking meters in the city of Georgetown. If you take, for instance, this morning in Regent Street, it takes you more than 45 minutes to move from Border Market to Avenue of the Republic. So that tells you a story.
Mayor of Georgetown, Patricia Chase Green. Chase Green also stated that there were three main decisions made by councillors.
One, and this was agreed by all councillors present, that the original contract, which I have no objections of having it circulated, along with the addendum, and the second, that we have a negotiating team, another negotiating team, to deal with the amendments that we're going to move forward with. While we'll have the finance committee, because the law stipulates that the finance committee, treasurer and town clerk must be part of that. We couldn't leave them out.
At the next statutory meeting after the holidays, Mayor Green said the addition to the list of negotiating team will be made. As to how many persons will be added will be made known at the next statutory meeting.
And we've also agreed that we will have constant meetings with our Minister of Government, the Honorable Ronald Bulkan. We'll also have meetings with the Attorney General and Minister of Business because they were part of this whole process, and we will move forward. Or I asked, the last question I asked of the councillors yesterday, is there anything else that you would require that is in our possession that you think you will need to move forward in this project? And they said no, they had all the information that they want. As now the contract is, the original is circulated, so they can have something to look at. This is the original, this is what the amendments were, and what will be the further amendments, if there will be further amendments and so. And so that is the position we were left with. I think everyone was quite happy yesterday.
The concerns raised by Councillor Ron that more should have been given to the city out of the parking meter deal, Chase Green said.
Councillor Ron is a businessman, and he looks at the business side of it. When we sit, he's also entitled to come. If he's a part of the team, he'll be able to say, look, well, I don't think 8-20, we're looking at 6-40. You see what 6-40 will bring to us. Excuse me. And we move forward. But I'm happy that there are proposals. There are proposals coming forward.
So all of that will be looked at when you meet?
All of that will be looked at. All of them.
So you see, are you seeing a more decreasing in terms of the parking meter cost will be done as well, or it will be remain the same?
That was one of the main issues government is concerned about, that it removed from the $200 per hour. They are concerned about the long hours of parking for workers. How do we deal with them? And that's what we look at. Do we give a monthly permit? Do we give a half-yearly permit? And what will be that cost? And how we do it?
Even the clamping of the wheels and all of that?
Clamping of the wheels was a concern of persons. One councillor suggested, look, before we clamp at the very first instant, if you overstay 15 minutes or 20 minutes, why not issue a ticket? Maybe 3 tickets. After 3 tickets, then you clamp. All of that are suggestions we get. But I don't understand. The police do clamp.
Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. The Guyana Police Force has released its most recent crime statistics for the period of January to March 2017. There was a 43% decrease in murder, an 18% decrease in breaking and entering, a 9% increase in armed robbery, a 14% increase in rape, and a 2% increase in burglary. In respect to traffic management, there was a 21% decrease in fatal accidents. 26 fatalities were recorded at the end of March compared to 29 for the same period last year. Serious, minor, and damage accidents have been reduced by 23.3%, 36%, and 37%, respectively. Enforcement is continuous countrywide, with special emphasis on driving under the influence of alcohol, speeding, music/breach of condition of road service license, overloaded minibuses, and use of cell phones whilst driving. 17,846 persons have been charged so far for this year with traffic violations. The top traffic violations are as follows: speeding, breach of condition of road service license/music, and driving under the influence of alcohol. Next week, the Ministry of Public Health Child and Mortality Unit will be celebrating Vaccination Week. Andrew Weeks reports that this year will mark 15 years of the program in the Americas.
The theme for Vaccination Week is Get Vaccination for a Healthy Tomorrow. Here is Child Health and Maternal Officer in the Ministry of Public Health, Dr. Ertanisa Hamilton, on the plans for Guyana.
In Guyana, we celebrate Vaccination Week in all 10 regions, and each regions have regional activities which start with a launch, and Vaccination Week will be starting on the 22nd of April and it finishes on the 29th. And so we have different launches across country, Region 1 to Region 10, and the national launch will be held in Region 1, Maruka Village.
When asked why Maruka Village in Region 1 was selected, Dr. Hamilton said,
Maruka was selected because it's one of our areas where we recognize that we have some challenges with meeting the actual population. And so, in keeping with what Vaccination Week signifies, which is trying to get the hard-to-reach areas and the areas of low vaccination coverage, we would have selected Maruka to do a week of work right along the river. Also, we will be joining our partners in Suriname this year to have a joint activity where we will discuss many topics of common interest, one of those being yellow fever, which we are aware is now one of the very interesting things that is going on with regard to vaccination. And the recent outbreak that we have in Brazil and other parts of the world that now poses a threat to both areas. And because of our strong cross-border relationship, we've selected this week also to be one of the times where we can have a discussion about this.
Vaccination of girls 10, 11, 12, and 13 with HPV protects them from cervical cancer and by extension protects a whole generation. The expanded program for immunization, EPI, is a top priority of the PAHU WHO. The United Nations Child Fund, UNICEF, is also a major partner in the immunization drive. The Global Vaccination Action Plan endorsed by 194 nations of the World Health Assembly in 2012 provides the framework to prevent millions of deaths by 2020. Even more, equitable access to existing vaccines for people in all communities. This plan is currently being implemented in countries the world over. As for activities for the Immunization Week in Guyana, Dr. Hamilton responded.
Well, we have some activities planned. One of it that we have is we will be having a poster competition. I'm sure everybody would have seen the ad in the newspaper by now. We're inviting children from ages 6 to 16 to participate. And we want children also to be aware of vaccines. Vaccines are safe. Vaccine helps to protect you from diseases. And those are things we want our general public to be aware of. We recognize that when you educate your children, you know that you're changing an entire generation, the way they think and how they act. So we want to get our children involved. We know our parents are very supportive when it comes to vaccines, and that's not one of the challenges that we have. But we want this message to continue going because worldwide others are experiencing challenges with getting parents to come to get their children vaccinated. But luckily, Guyana isn't one of the countries who has this difficulty.
Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. Don't touch that dial. Still ahead after the break, we have our regional and international news.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Fabulous Styles, it's your time to shine for the best in plus and regular sizes for both male and female for any occasion. From elegant designers' dresses to stylish costume jewelry, your choice is Fabulous Styles. Come check us out on Durban Street, 3 doors from First Assembly Church, or call us on 225-8932 or 623-7895. Fabulous Styles, a time to shine.
Look no further for the latest Easter weekend outfits. Come to Colors on Rob Street and check out our new arrivals. Just arrived is a fresh variety of Puma sneakers, Jordan Retros, Adidas Superstar, Nike Huaraches, Lacoste, and a large collection of Timberlands for kids, ladies, and gents. Colors now have in stock Nike slippers with sizes up to size 18. Get the latest in ladies' clothing, including jeans, tops, dresses, and Ocean Pacific footwear. So hurry now to Colors for the latest arrivals and Easter specials on selected items.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Bartica Regatta Committee welcomes you from April 15th to the 17th for Regatta 2017. Come see Christopher Martin and D Major at the big Saturday night concert. Sunday, 8 of Bartica's Best. Fight for the Miss Bartica Regatta 2017 crown. Monday, Powerboat Racing Finals. Pomeroon invades Bartica, led by father-son speedster Neil and Clint Gonzalez. Challenges Bartica's reigning champ Dave Scott and Jose Jordan. The 2017 Easter Regatta Festival, April 15th to the 17th. Sponsored by Guyana Tourism Authority, Bank Salt Service Station, Ansimacol, ROI Resort El Dorado Trading, and BK International.
It's the Easter season and Benjamin's Bakery has lots to give you, our loyal customers. Benjamin, this Ash Thursday, give you fresh cross buns hot from our ovens just in time for the Easter holiday. Savor the moment. Not only our cross buns will be ready, but your bread and all your favorite pastries too. So remember, get your hot cross buns from Benjamin's Bakery in Buxton on the east coast of Demerara. Check out our vendors located across the region. You can't miss us. Our logo and freshness from our bakery says it all. Make your cross buns order today. Call us on 612-2033, 625-4030. It's Benjamin's Bakery. We are second to none.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Now opened, the new thriving Chinese restaurant Providence location. Perfect for large events, exquisite menus featuring traditional Korean, Chinese and Western cuisine, elegant grand dining room and seats for over 500 persons. Also additional seating on the upper flat, luxurious VIP rooms and an elevator for your comfort. The new thriving Chinese restaurant second location above Massey Supermarket, Amazonian Mall, Providence. For reservation call 623-4097 or 657-9067.
In news from the region now, in Trinidad and Tobago, the Tobago Hotels Association director says arrivals to the island from Trinidad is lower than normal, and he attributes this to the uncertainty with the inter-island service on both the air and sea bridges. Sea News has more.
Arrivals from Trinidad to Tobago are down at a time when they're usually up. President of the Tobago Hoteliers says that uncertainty with the bridge to Tobago may be the cause of the problem.
Yeah, we've seen a decrease in the Trinidad arrivals for this Easter. I think it has to be attributed to the perception or the reality of air and sea bridge problems. We've had a lot of cancellations every day. I mean, people are telling me of cancellations every day where people cannot either get a confirmed flight or have been not able to come on the boats, on the fast ferry.
He says that the negative experiences which Trinidadians have had in trying to get to Tobago have left some hotels practically empty for the Easter season.
Yeah, we have, I've got some hotels reporting a 50% decrease on last Easter, so it's very considerable. It may also be just the perception that travel between Trinidad and Tobago is getting so difficult. They're not even bothering to try. So that's another challenge that we're facing because we are dependent on that Trinidad market because our international arrivals have dropped so much. A tremendous amount of Trinidadians have had bad experiences on both the air and sea bridge and are just not even trying to come.
He says 1 or 2 hotels are at 80% occupancy at this time, but these are the smaller hotels. Mr. James says that the solutions in relation to the end of the tenure of the Superfast Galicia is also hugely problematic.
I think the Chamber, I'm also on the management team of the Chamber, and we've certainly made a very clear statement about the cargo vessel. But going forward, you see, that is also going to affect us if they're going to use one of the fast ferries for cargo. That will limit the number of cars, because a lot of Trinidadians like to bring their cargo. And I also hear one of them is limited in passenger because of some certification problems. So that instead of carrying 800, I think it can only carry 400 or 500. I'm not sure of the figures. So we need clarity on all these issues because we have a number of problems. I sometimes think Trinidad doesn't consider Tobago very much. I think we need more coverage.
Marie-Therese Bernard, C News.
And internationally, the U.S. military's largest non-nuclear bomb has been used in combat for the first time. The 21,600-pound explosive, nicknamed the mother of all bombs, targeted Islamic State militants in eastern Afghanistan. CNN has more. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and SafeTVGuyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Sunday morning at 6:30 for more news. Also, oh, shucks. No, that's supposed to be a rebroadcast. Tomorrow and Sunday at 6:30. And 7 o'clock on Tuesday for more news. Okay. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and SafeTVGuyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning and Sunday morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast. Thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a wonderful Easter weekend.